is the Sun America NBC Sports Desk. Here's your host, Jimmy Roberts.
And hi, everyone. Welcome to our New York studios. In the NFL, yesterday's two wildcard games were decided by an average of 30 points. So maybe it should figure that today in Pittsburgh, we'd get a dose of exactly the opposite. The Steelers and the Browns in a high-scoring thriller. To Heinz Field we go. Early third quarter, Browns up by 10, looking for more. Kelly Holcomb looking for Dennis Northcutt, his second touchdown of the day. Browns take a 24-7 lead. Now in the fourth, Steelers looking to come back. Tommy Maddox looking to the end zone, finds Jeremy Tooman. Pittsburgh gets to within 6, 27-21. But Cleveland responds. Holcomb rolling out, looking, and finding Andre Davis. They go for two, they miss it, they still lead by 12. Just over 3 minutes left. Maddox to Hines Ward, Pittsburgh within 5, 33-28. Under a minute left now, Butch Davis with reason for concern as the Steelers threaten again. This time, Chris Fuamatu Ma'afala gets the handoff, takes it in. The Steelers go for two. They make it. They take the 36-33 lead. Cleveland with no timeouts, 7 seconds left. Holcomb gets it to Andre King. King, though, can't get out of bounds. The clock expires, and that's how it ends, 36-33. And what were the chances back in September that Kelly Holcomb and Tommy Maddox were going to combine for 800 passing yards in a playoff meeting between these two clubs? Butch Davis is still over against the Steelers, who, at 17 points, overcame the largest deficit in their playoff history. By the way, 3 games between these two teams this season, all decided by the same margin, 3 points.
And I think that this football team accomplished and achieved, you know, certainly some of the goals. But it's very disappointing to have it end the way that it ended today.
You know, we've won a lot of games in a lot of different ways. And it's a very resilient group right now, a very confident group. You know, I don't know, you know, what bodies will have healthy to go to Tennessee next week, but, you know, it'll be, it's a challenge ahead of us, and we are looking forward to it.
So here are next weekend's divisional playoff matchups. In the AFC, Pittsburgh, as Cowher just mentioned, will be at Tennessee, where you may remember Maddox suffered the hit that left him temporarily paralyzed 2 months ago. And the red-hot New York Jets will be in Oakland. Over in the NFC, Atlanta will visit Philadelphia, and that means Mike Vick versus Donovan McNabb. And the winner of the Giants-49ers game will travel to Tampa Bay to face the Bucs. Much more on this afternoon's Browns-Steelers game at NBCSports.com, where you can get in-depth coverage of the NFL playoffs. It's all at NBCSports.com. That is all from the sports desk. For all of us here at NBC Sports, good night from New York. Have a good week.
This has been the Sun America NBC Sports Desk. Sun America, the retirement specialist.
John Elway on Arena Football. Sidelines.
There aren't any.
Kick returns.
You might want to turn around.
Rebound nets. And one more thing.
Offensive players also have to play defense.
The Arena Football League, Season 17, coming to NBC.
Football's in the house.
NBC Thursday on an all-new ER. One incredible hour.
Brad, stop this call!
As an emotional secret is revealed.
Excuse me.
A crime is discovered.
God.
Before it's committed, critics are calling this season's ER revitalized.
Get off of him now!
No!
An all-new ER, NBC Thursday.
Coming up next here on 22 News, Springfield police tonight are investigating a murder in the city. And a pedestrian is killed in a Westfield accident. Good evening. Those stories and more, plus the forecast, all next on 22 News.
He's away on a clothes shopping trip, which he does every 12 years, and he's left me here to fend for myself. So here I go. It looks like leather, feels like leather, smells like leather because it is leather. 4 recliners, $15.78 for both pieces. It is durable, easy to clean, kid-proof, and so comfortable, your husbands are going to love it. Now, don't take my word for it. A picture is worth 1,000 words.
After the holidays, when the kids go back to school, what are you going to do? Maybe it's time to continue your education. At American International College, we offer a variety of undergraduate and graduate programs, all designed with the adult learner in mind. That means personal attention, easy registration, and courses that will fit your busy schedule. If you have professional or military experience, you may be able to use it toward college credits and earn your degree faster. American International College, a tradition of achievement.
Chelsea Sobel, working for you on 22 News.
Live from the 22 News Broadcast Center, this is 22 News at 6.
Police in Springfield tonight are investigating a homicide in the city. Good evening and welcome to 22 News. Springfield detectives are trying to determine the circumstances surrounding the death of a woman whose nude body was found this morning in Indian Orchard. The incident is now being treated as a murder. Police say it was a utility worker who found the body at an industrial mill on Front Street this morning. The victim is a white, middle-aged woman.
Well, shortly after 10 o'clock, we received a 911 call from a utility worker who discovered the body of a white female, appears to be between 45 and 55 years old, outside of the industrial complex at 34 Front Street in Indian Orchard.
And tonight, police are working to establish the woman's identity. It's theorized that she may have been murdered elsewhere and the body later dumped in the industrial property. A 67-year-old man died this morning from the injuries he suffered when he was struck by a car last night in Westfield. The accident took place while the victim was walking on North Main Street beneath the railroad overpass. Police say he was walking on the road in a darkened area where the road dips. Investigators theorize the driver may not have seen the pedestrian in the road. The victim is described as a Massachusetts man who lived in a different part of the state. Police say he was probably unfamiliar with the danger of walking in that section of roadway. The massive amounts of snow outside have affected many people's moods. There's a medical term for it. It's called winter blues. 22 News reporter LaToya Foster sampled a local neighborhood today to see if the winter blues have affected that area.
Getting stuck in your snow-filled driveway is just one of the aggravating realities of the aftermath of a snowstorm. A mild case of depression can also be another reality.
Well, you're kind of depressed because you got to stay in the house all the time.
Maybe it's the towering snow piles or the occasional instance where your neighbor accidentally shovels snow onto your property. But the winter blues is a real phenomenon with symptoms like sadness, loss, tiredness, weight gain, and difficulty getting out of the bed to start your day. The winter blues is usually temporary, occurring while your body adjusts to the change of the season. Yet in the Indian Orchard neighborhood of Springfield, some say a monster snowstorm is a mood enhancer.
Puts me in a good mood because it probably get us out of school.
Kenny's 83-year-old neighbor Walter still enjoys shoveling his walkway despite having had open-heart surgery.
Work don't kill a horse, does it? The old age does.
And for those whose age prevents them from shoveling, they say their neighbors have traded in their winter blues for brotherly love. Joan's car is plowed out every morning.
Well, I have guardian angels that seem to plow me out of the snowbank.
Ed Pelletino modestly admits he is Joan's guardian angel.
I plow that out so they can fit their cars in there, so they're off the street.
So you're a good Samaritan.
I guess.
LaToya Foster, 22 News.
Now, experts say if you suffer from winter blues for more than 2 weeks, you should contact your doctor. And time now to take a look at the continuing parking bans in the Pioneer Valley.
It is Storm Team meteorologist Brian Lapis winding down the weekend with a little bit of snow. Let's take a live look outside right now and show you what's happening. And there you go, pretty quiet as we take a live look from downtown Springfield and roadways on the wet side. Watch out, there could be some more glazing overnight. In fact, we're going to sprinkle a little bit of snow in many spots in western Massachusetts on top of what we already got. Go ahead, Mikey, and hit the button. We'll put the maps into motion here. We bring in from 10 of 12 to around 10 of 6, and you can see a little bit of light precipitation associated with a very weak coastal storm trying to push into western Massachusetts. Now, most of this snow, or the heaviest of the snow, is going to stay well to our south and not be a problem. But nonetheless, we do expect some light snow here and there, especially from Holyoke southward during the evening hours. So expected dusting 22 to 26 during the evening hours. We may end up with a maximum of a couple of inches of snow with this particular system before it moves on out of here during the course of the day tomorrow. We'll have details on when we may see another significant snowfall in our 22 News Storm Team 5-day forecast, Lynn.
All right, thanks, Brian. Springfield residents rallied to Mayor Michael Albano's side following the news that the city faces massive budget cuts. Albano predicts the fiscal crisis could be the city's worst since the Great Depression of the 1930s. The budget crunch intensified, he said, by the loss of $27 million in state aid. Some Springfield residents that 22 News spoke with this weekend contend that the budget problems are out of the city's hands.
The city's not to blame for everything. This is statewide, and we're just getting the trickle-down effect. And fortunately, I think we're taking a step back. 6-7 years ago, he did a great job putting on police and adding to the fire department.
Well, personally, I think it's the Republicans. And as a citizen and a mother, I feel that I would be, I would pay more taxes to save the services and the schools.
Albano was quoted as saying the projected 20% budget cut will probably mean hundreds of layoffs in the city. The economy is of concern to all of us as Wall Street hopes to rebound in 2003 after 3 consecutive down years. Is there any sense of renewed optimism here in western Massachusetts? 22 News reporter Jeff Seeley spoke today with some local investors.
January is always a telling month on Wall Street. Though just 2 days of trading under our belts in the new year, things are on the upswing, hopefully a sign of things to come.
I think the outlook's great. I'm very optimistic about the future this year. I'm buying in the stock market, and I'm confident that even with the potential for war in Iraq and other issues that are out there, the American people are too entrepreneurial to be kept down for long.
President Bush has plans to turn the economy around, a fiscal stimulus package which could pump billions into the economy. But the prospect of war has some people holding on to their money.
Well, I think everything's going to be skewed because of our foreign policies. And I wouldn't put any money in the stock market with 2 potential wars on our hands.
Past year's been tough, took a big chunk out of it, so probably lost close to 40–50%, so looking for a rebound this year.
A rebound we could see. Financial consultant Mark Teed says there are a lot of positives developing right now that could ease your fears of investing. Inflation is down and investment rates are low. Also, corporate earnings are up.
People at corporations have been laying off for the last couple of years. They're starting to get very lean, build up their cash. For example, General Motors last month in December, their sales were up 36%. The best year they've had since 1979. That's a good sign for the economy, that a company of that size is doing that well.
Some good industries you might like to invest in for the short term: home buying, employment agencies, and the mining industry. But do some homework. Investing in what's hot at the moment could backfire.
But people do that because they feel it's hot, they feel it's safe, and they always invest right at the top, and then they sell out at the bottom. It's really a recipe for disaster.
Monday kicks off the first full week of trading on Wall Street for the new year, a week investors will want to watch closely. Jeff Seeley, 22 News.
Convenience stores in the Boston area are seeing a rash of thefts, and you won't believe what's being swiped right off the shelves. And an unusual sight, camels parading through downtown Springfield. We'll tell you why.
Celebrate the new year with amazing savings at Pirouet's Giant Winter Sale. Pirouet's, always the low price. West Springfield and just over the bridge in Ludlow.
It's the Hyundai Win-Win Year-End event, where you can save thousands over a comparable Honda or Toyota because you win with cash back on 2002 and 2003 models, like $1,000 back on a 2003 Hyundai Elantra, and win with America's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles. But this event ends January 5th, so hurry. Win with cash back, win with America's best warranty. With Hyundai, you win. Now get cash back and zero money down and zero payments for 90 days.
First time ever, 0% financing on all Subaru models. 0% on all Subaru Foresters. 0% on all Subaru Imprezas. 0% on all Subaru Bajas. 0% on all Legacy and Legacy Outbacks, plus $500 factory cash back. Subaru, America's #1 selling all-wheel drive vehicle. See your New England Subaru dealer today.
I don't understand how any human being can do that. I'm still really shocked.
The news affecting you.
The university organized an informational meeting to help them deal with issues surrounding the discovery.
As the story unfolds,
further examination will be done.
In-depth, continuing coverage.
The baby was a full-term Caucasian boy.
You saw it here.
During 2003, continue to trust 22 News for the news you need to know.
22 News, working for you. WWLP.com. Log on. WWLP.com. The news and information you need from 22 News, working for you on the web. Log on. You're watching 22 News at 6 with Lynn Berry, Jamie Podorski, and meteorologist Adam Stremko.
A rash of convenience store thefts of the mouthwash Listerine has called attention to the alcohol content in that mouthwash. As 22 News reporter Cy Becker tells us now, doctors are worried about people drinking the mouthwash.
It's the same thing as taking a whole bottle of vodka or whatever and drinking that down.
What called our attention to this story was a report out of Boston that many alcoholics depend on the 27% alcohol content of Listerine to stave off seizures when liquor stores are closed. Teenagers have also been known to drink Listerine. What they don't know about mouthwash could be fatal.
Some mouthwashes can contain what's called methyl salicylate, which gives it sort of the wintergreeny taste, which has aspirin in it. And if you obviously drink a lot of that, you can get toxic from aspirin. I've seen a lot of people coming in who have gotten quite intoxicated from drinking non-traditional alcohol products. Mouthwash, cough medicine, all that kind of stuff.
There's a clear warning on bottles of the mouthwash alerting parents to prevent their children from drinking the alcohol-rich liquid. How rich in alcohol? Well, according to Dr. Fay, the contents of the bottle are 40 proof, half as potent as a bottle of liquor, with twice the amount of alcohol as a bottle of wine. This is Cy Becker for 22 News.
A tradition deeply rooted in Hispanic culture was played out this afternoon in Springfield.
This is my heritage. This is a big tribute for Puerto Rico.
The Puerto Rican community of Western Massachusetts reenacted the journey of the three kings to Bethlehem, where they would visit the baby Jesus and present him with gifts. It's a tradition reenacted in Springfield each year, highlighted by the wearing of regal costumes and the riding of real camels.
You know, it's a way of keeping a connection with traditions in Puerto Rico. And for Three Kings, it calls for the children to go out, well, theoretically it would be tonight, because Three Kings come on the 6th.
The colorful procession proceeded through the north end of Springfield, concluding at the Greek Cultural Center, where the celebration continued. We'd like to start celebrating the weather after yesterday's snow. What can we expect for the next few days? Meteorologist Brian Lapis now in the Weather Center with the latest. Brian.
All right, Lynn. Well, big surprise. More snow on the way as soon as tonight. Details in your 22 News Storm Team 5-day forecast.
We like to have the best hairstyles, the best outfits, and of course the best furniture, and we definitely deserve it. Well, this is the best leather set for $9.99. You can obviously see for yourself it's gorgeous, but I only wish that you could feel it. Think of the skin on a baby. Well, that is the type of leather this is, baby soft. Now think about this, both pieces, $9.99. That is truly untouchable value. And guess what? We definitely deserve it.
Holiday bills arrived? KFC can help with amazing savings on original recipe chicken. For a limited time, get a 7-piece bucket of legs and thighs for only $5 or a 14-piece bucket of legs and thighs for only $10. Enjoy America's favorite chicken today.
Last year, Virginia Giants stole the crown. And now, two-time champion Rambo wants it back. January 10th and 11th, the Thunder Nationals title fight begins. Thunder Nationals, car-crushing U.S. hot rod monster trucks, plus the cannon lady and more. And every seat is still just $10. Thunder Nationals, brought to you by your New England Dodge dealers. January 10th and 11th, Springfield Civic Center.
WWLP.com's coupon page, your link to great discounts from Western Massachusetts merchants. Click on any of the links for cyber savings coupons, including dining, home improvement, lawn and garden, fast food, and more. Online coupons from WWLP.com. Log on and save. The weather is brought to you by BelizeAuto.com.
Tired of slip sliding away? It's four-wheel drive season at Belize, and that means huge savings for you on every four-wheel drive truck and SUV at every Belize store. Chevys, Fords, Jeeps, Hondas, Mazdas, Toyotas, Saturns, even Lexus. Belize has the biggest selection of four-wheel drives in New England, new and used, lowest prices too.
You'll do better at Belize and BelizeAuto.com.
All right, thanks a lot for watching here on 22 News at 6. Traffic moving along just fine on I-91 from downtown, and for the most part, just clouds out there. But we'll go to our Doppler radar right now and show you, over the last 6 hours, some snow has been trying to creep into western Massachusetts. This is a very weak coastal storm that will spread in some light snow tonight. In fact, I'll show you just how weak it is. It's just kind of a blip here on the radar screen for the eastern United States, and eventually this area of low pressure is going to swing off to our south. Not a lot of precipitation here, but if you're traveling out there tonight, you probably will run into some light snow. In fact, our cloud and radar cast showing by 8 o'clock a little bit of light snow falling over portions of western Massachusetts. That'll continue on and off throughout the evening hours and even overnight. 1 to 2 inches, and in fact, the 2 inches may be a little bit on the generous side. We're not talking about a lot of snow, but it doesn't take a lot to make things slippery out there, so do take it slow if you're driving out and about tonight. Tomorrow, well, we taper off to just a few flurries, maybe a snow shower here and there. This is very light precipitation, and this thing will move on out of here tomorrow evening, and it looks like Tuesday is going to be a pretty decent day. All right, here it is. As far as tomorrow afternoon is concerned, after that early morning light snow, just a few flakes here and there tomorrow. Holyoke, Springfield, and Palmer, you'll be around 34 for your high temperature tomorrow. 31 in Hampshire County with some flurries, and the chance for a few flurries as well in Franklin County with a high in the upper 20s to around 30 degrees in Heath, Gill, and Deerfield. So here it is, your 22 News Storm Team forecast for tonight. 20 to 26, that light snow developing again. A dusting to a couple of inches is possible, not a big deal at all. The flurries, maybe a snow shower here and there tomorrow. 30 to 34 for a high temperature, and your 22 News Storm Team 5-day forecast. Some sunshine mixing with the clouds on Tuesday. Clipper system comes in here on Wednesday. We may see a few inches of snow with that system as well, but it doesn't look like a big deal. 34 on Wednesday, maybe a few flurries or a snow shower around on Thursday. A dry day on Friday, and early indications are most of the weekend, next weekend that is, should be dry as well. 22 News will be right back.
How dangerous are pellet guns? Monday from 5 to 7 a.m. following an incident which left a boy in critical condition. Find out what you need to know about these guns before your teen picks one up.
Crying at the drop of a hat, yelling at the drop of a hat, never happy.
And new treatment for PMS. If you're a sufferer, tune in.
And after a very stormy weekend, what will the new week bring? Watch my 22 News Storm Team forecast.
Monday and every day, 22 News is working for you.
Hamlin's Furniture Northampton, locked in a desperate struggle to survive bankruptcy, must raise immediate cash to pay off creditors. These dire circumstances force Hamlin's to sacrifice its multi-million-dollar inventory of fine quality brand name furniture, bedding, handmade oriental rugs, and luxurious leather. Hamlin's misfortune is your golden opportunity to transform your home into a showplace of style and comfort at unbelievable bankruptcy prices. Rush to Hamlin's Chapter 11 Bankruptcy Reorganization Sale, going on now on King Street, Route 5, Northampton. It's a matter of survival.
Steve Normontes had an idea 5 years ago that would change the way people learn through the internet. The technology pro at Western New England College created the Manhattan Virtual Classrooms right here in Springfield. Today, the software is used to better educate people in schools and libraries around the world. The college's continuing education programs use new technology, such as Manhattan, to offer outstanding bachelor's and master's courses, including the new online MBA. Online or on campus, Western New England College leads the way in innovative lifelong learning. Sign up now. Open house January 6th.
Republican Governor-elect Mitt Romney is getting ready to take the oath of office.
January 2nd, Inauguration Day on Beacon Hill, and 22 News is there. Live coverage at noon. Extensive team coverage throughout the day and night. Live Skylink reports from the inauguration and the festivities, and a look at what the change in leadership means to you.
But for you and me, it's the vision of what we can achieve to help our citizens.
Whenever a story impacts you, 22 News is there. 22 News working for you.
A group of Pioneer Valley Girl Scouts paid an inspiring visit to the Springfield Quadrangle today.
What I hope to get out of today is that women are really good athletes despite all the men athletes in the world.
The Girl Scouts viewed the female athlete Game Face photographic exhibit. They also created a Game Face exhibit of their own.
We helped look at some posters, some magazines, picking out what the girls felt like they valued in sports or just how they would act in the sport.
Girl Scout leaders believe the experience at the Springfield Museums will help build self-esteem and contribute to the Girl Scouts' sense of pursuing excellence in their lives as well as sports. And speaking of sports, when we return, Jamie Podworski will have all today's sports action, and we'll have a final check on the forecast.
Sundays were made for brunch, and the Hofbrauhaus makes a great brunch. Join us Sundays from 11:30 till 2:30 at the Hofbrauhaus, West Springfield.
It's Pirouet's Giant Winter Sale. Whether you need a new living room, dining room, bedroom, or dinette set, Pirouet's has what you're looking for at prices you won't believe. At Pirouet's, you can save on the entire room or just the piece you need. And as always, we will deliver any in-stock item in 2 days or less. Celebrate the new year with new furniture from Pirouet's. This sale ends January 7th.
Hey, it's your money.
Pirouet's. Always the low price. West Springfield and just over the bridge in Ludlow.
Mrs. Kasparian started to scream, help me, he's trying to kill me.
The news affecting you.
It was a knife that apparently Mr. Kasparian brought in to the restaurant with him.
As the story unfolds.
Witnesses say that he went in there crying and sort of on his knees begging her.
In depth.
Continuing coverage.
Undertones of separation, and he was distraught over that.
You saw it here.
Continue to trust 22 News for the news you need to know.
22 News, working for you.
Oh, it's going to be a good one.
You give it to him, Catherine.
That's Chicago.
Okay, Reeds, come on now.
Don't miss the fun.
Online.
Yeah. Monday at 9 on 22 News.
Welcome back. The UMass Minutemen are on a 3-game winning streak, but today was a big test as UMass would have to go on the road to open up their Atlantic 10 schedule against Fordham. UMass just 1-6 coming in outside of Amherst. Coach Lapis' new starting lineup 2-0 since he inserted it. Anthony Anderson poured in 25 points against NC State. Looked to carry it over early on. Anderson evened the game at 7 with the 3-ball. The matchup problem for UMass in this one was guarding 370-pound Glenn Bateman. The big man had 11 rebounds, including 6 offensive. Fordham built a 14-point halftime lead, 46-32. In the second half, UMass started their comeback. First, it's Jeff Vigiano slashing through the lane for 2. Then on the run, Jackie Rogers with a give and go with Micah Brand. Rogers finishes. He had a career-high 20 points, and with just over 8 minutes to go, the Minutemen would pull within one possession as Brennan Martin hits the three from straight away. The lead was cut to 65-62. UMass had their chances, but they only shot 27%